Hello, viewers, and welcome back to Let's Read Fault Milestone One. Last time we've had a kind of a scary encounter with Rune at the graveyard looking for the sister's grave. And then we started to go back into a Rudo flashback for some explanation about what actually happened to Rune. And of course there's a train right when we start the video. Gotta love that, Lux. But yeah, in the flashback we've seen how Rune was very troubled, she always didn't argue back, and eventually it escalated to the point where she stabbed a kid in the eye, permanently blinding him. And then we have a time skip, couple years, where Rune seems to be getting along with people, and eventually Rudo was initially suspicious, but it kind of gradually died down. So I guess we'll see some more, and maybe we'll finish up this flashback, at least this video, probably see how she died. Alright, let's just get started. Mom, where's Dad? Oh, we got a sprite for the mom. We didn't get that last time. Eileen. You should be home soon. You should get ready too, Rudo. It's been a while since we've gone out to eat dinner as a family. That day, my mother's voice had a distinctly cheerful tone to it. Get ready, but we're just going to Avel's, right? I don't think I need to dress that nice, do I? No can do. We're going out in public, so you need to dress properly. Rune, are you all dressed yet? Yes, Mother. Her eyes look a lot more dead, but it might have looked like that back in the flashback too. I don't remember. It might have just been lighter than the Rune we know today, or Sarah. My, dearest brother, you still haven't changed? Yeah, Mom and I were talking just now. It's at least a brighter shade than Rudo's eyes. Oh, brother. Well then, shall I help you? Help me with what exactly? Why, with a change of clothes, of course. Don't be silly. It's fine, Rudo. Just let Rune help you out. Why don't you? Come on, brother, from the top. Don't jerk around. I'll head back to my room. I'm going to change. Dad's coming home soon, right? Tee-hee-hee. Ha-ha-ha. Wow, we got sprites for everyone. That's cool. Well, if it ain't my two favorite runts. Daddy's home, kids. Welcome back, Dad. Hello, Father. Welcome home. Why, hello to you too, my wonderful son and daughter. Wait, huh? What's with that outfit, Rune? It's a dress for going out. Mom says it's because we're going out to eat. Are you crazy? Jeez, who needs to dress up all fancy like that? We're eating at a tavern, you know? I was telling them the exact same thing. Sid, where's your necktie? Oh. Come on, work's already over. Why can't I just take it off? You do realize you're still the president of Zevit's Enterprise, right? If you dress that way, none of your business partners are going to take you seriously. Come on now, put your necktie back on. We're already about to leave. We won't get back early if you don't. My mother continued to yell at my father as she hurried him on, scurrying up the stairs to the second floor. I finally come home early for once, and now your mom's giving me the third degree. Maybe she's mad because you don't come home like this. There we go. And some more empty background without the people there. We've got an important announcement to make. Teehee. Goodness gracious, Mother, Father, you both look overjoyed. Oh, daughter of mine, starting next week you'll become a prisoner of society. A prisoner of society? You betcha, now you're gonna have to play by the rule. Yeah. Just be quiet for a moment. Ow, 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 stop squeezing me cheeks. Rune, we formally enrolled you into an academy. You'll be going to school starting next week. Really? That's awesome. Congrats, Rune. You mean it? Oh, we're serious. Hella serious. No one ever mentioned the word hella. So next week, I really will be going to an academy with other kids. You made a really good impression on them in the last week's orientation, they said. Even the principal said they'd love to have you on board. I'm so happy. I can't believe it. I'm going to the academy? I must be dreaming. I'm happy for you, Rune. I hope you can make a lot of friends. Swan. Yo, if it ain't Sid. Hurts, if you were here, you could have at least given me a heads up, you son of a gun. That's interesting, because Swan kind of seemed a little frosty towards the Zevets in modern times anyways. But this is post getting his nephew's eye stabbed out, so it's interesting to see that they're still friends, so must have been something else that kind of drove them apart. Took the words right out of my mouth. And just what are you doing here, stuffing your face full? You come here to get smashed. Hurts. Don't make Sid drink too much. You can't even take a little bit of alcohol, you know? Aw, come on, Elaine. Don't be such a hard ass. We almost never get to meet these days. Oh, and you two are? Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Swan. If I remember right, it's Rudo and... Ooh, Frosty. Rune, I don't believe my eyes, Sid. I take my eyes off you two for just a moment, and now you've grown up this big? Well, maybe it wasn't Hertz. I swear he's the one who got enough. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I have actually recorded. Come here, Rudo, come here for a second. Yes? Boys, you sure got real tall, eh? At this rate, you might even end up growing past your dad. Yo, Hertz. You pull me out here and now you're gonna keep me waiting? We're doing a chugging contest, right? Hey, look. It's like Zevit's presidents and Hertzwan are gonna do a speed drinking contest. Huh? The president of Zevit's? He's way too damn rich to be gracing the lights of this here tavern. Then who the hell is that? What? Psh, don't be stupid. Just because I got money doesn't mean I can't go to a tavern. I ain't one bit more special than anyone here. I came here to take down the king of the tavern. Hey Hertz, let's do this. Chud chud. I swear. We finally have a dinner out as a family. Don't worry, I'll send him back to ya in a jiffy. I haven't seen this guy in so long either. Let me just do a little catching up with him, okay? Jeez, fine. Sid, if you're doing this, then you better beat him. Take that damn Hertz down. Jeez, my voice doesn't sound that good today. Hopefully it doesn't reflect too badly. Mother? Okay, Rune's creeping me out because she hasn't changed her facial expression at all. It's been that smile the whole time. You got it, and you can deal with the given judges some incentives too. Hey everyone, if Sid wins, then everyone in the tavern gets a free drink as a present from us. For real? Hey guys, you better keep Hertz from chugging. Hey, no cheating. I thought this match was fair and square. Teehee, even with all this going on, you seem to be enjoying yourself, mother. I don't think I've ever heard like a child call their, actually like formally address their mother as mother. It's usually just mom or mommy. Not like mother, it sounds way too formal. But I don't know, maybe that's a rich thing. Is something wrong, Mom? No, it's just, time is really amazing, isn't it? Look at her face in the... It's so creepy. It heals everything, no matter how deep the wounds are. Even when you've given up, it gives you the strength to keep going once more. There was a time that I thought we'd never be able to speak with Hertz again. Okay, so yeah, nephew got stabbed. I apologize for what I've done, Mother. No matter how young I was, I brought shame and disgrace to our family. I truly am sorry for what I've done. It's fine, Rune. It's all in the past. Rudo, Rune, as long as you two grow up well and happy, then that's all I need. Mother, I hope you two can work side by side, leading the Zevitz companies together. And for that to happen, you need to study as hard as you can. Yes, absolutely. What? Rune's gonna go to an academy? Academy schmacademy. Even if people don't go to school, they'll turn out perfectly fine. I hear ya, Hertz. You hear that, Rune? Even if you don't go to school, you'll be a perfectly upstanding citizen, just like me. You're just saying that because the alcohol's getting to your head. Yeah, well, stop squeezing me cheeks. I was just joking. Listen, Rune. It's true that your father or Albus didn't go to school and still managed to become greatly successful. But don't forget, there are exceptions to the rule. He may get fired up like that, especially when you two are around. But Sid's been sponsoring a compulsory education program for the entire outer pole through the government for years now. Compulsory education? It's a system that made sure children have the right to education. A society where kids have that right. Doesn't compulsory mean you have to do it? Right? Then it's not really have a right, it's they have to take it. Required by law or rule, yeah. Is that really the right? I guess it kind of is, right? Because parents can't like say, no, I don't want my kids to go to school because they have to. Okay. You two need to keep this in mind. Okay, my voice sounds kind of better now. That's good. The people of the outer pole can't use craft. So you two need to study as hard as you can, or you won't have anything to help you survive. Don't be silly, Elaine. What? A person's worth ain't determined by how much crap they shove in their heads from school. It's the sense of how they can change themselves from the knowledge they've learned through experience. Hell yeah, Hertz, you sure know the right things to say for a drunkard. For heaven's sake, stop ruining the whole point of my story. Look, Rune, you're going to school next week, okay? Tee hee hee, understood, mother dearest. Ha 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 ha. There you go. Man, this is wholesome. I mean, Rune's a little creepy, but still warm and friendly, I'm sure. Oh, wait. That was weird. The ellipses were all... It's usually like from larger to smaller for the transitions in this game. It was like medium to large to small. It's probably an error, right? Oh, Sid. Oh, you brought Rudo with you. Does Albus look the same as he did in modern time? He might have changed. I don't remember, but he looked similar. Hello, Mr. Albus. Sorry, looks like I left a few papers and stuff. I see. Sorry, Rudo, I need to speak with your father in private, if you don't mind. Ooh, I wonder if they actually tampered with Rune beforehand. That's why she's acting like this. It might have been she was faking it, but maybe they like forced her brain to do it. I mean, the cheap, creepy thing that looks like an X-ray machine in the background kind of gives those kind of vibes. Huh? Oh, okay. I guess you can just do something to kill time? Yeah, I have a bit of work I still need to do. Gotcha. Alright, I'll see you later. Okay, what's going on? You're looking pretty grim. And you're not looking too good yourself. Did you have that much to drink yesterday? I sure did. Ended up having a drinking contest with Hertz. Remember I told you we'd be enrolling Rune in a school again? I figured it'd already been a while since that incident, so it should be alright now. Have you already told Rune this? Yeah, we celebrated it yesterday. She felt overjoyed. Guess that's one way to say it. You should have been there, Albus. Is that so? Hey, what's wrong? You've been making a real scary face the whole time. It's quite the issue. Sid, here's the cross-sections of Rune's brain from her MRI the other day. This is the cross-section when she gets mad. Here's when she's happy. This is when she's sad, and this... Huh? Did the scans get mucked up or something? No, those are perfectly accurate. Even I wasn't sure at first, but this is exactly what was captured, without a doubt. This scan shows Rune's entire range of human emotions. Then that makes even less sense. There's no change here at all. These are all just copies of the same thing. Sid, I need you to calm down and listen to me. Rune has no emotions. She's a psychopath. I mean, that makes sense, right? For a kid to, like, gouge out someone's eye at that age. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That's why she's pretty creepy. I guess, yeah, that's a brain scanning thing behind them. It wasn't anything sinister. But yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. Huh? Unlike you, or me, or Rudo, her brain lacks a portion that controls emotions. I think it's a kind of I know that word. It means brain disorder. No. That's just not possible. What? I mean, I've seen her laugh. I wonder if they don't have psychopaths in this. Or I guess they haven't really researched them. Because they're not really diagnosing her as it. Or at least using terminology like that. I mean, I've seen her laugh. She was even sulking when Rudo was ignoring her just the other day. Just what do you call all that? Acting to fit in normally? I can't say, but looking at the results of this MRA, don't mess with me. If it weren't you, Albus, I'd be punching the living daylights out of you. I'm being perfectly serious, Sid. This is no laughing matter. So my daughter isn't human? Is that what you're saying? Are psychopaths human? It's kind of a interesting argument that I've heard people say because they don't have the emotions of humans. But I mean, they're still biologically human. So I don't know. She's obviously human. But not like human as a sense of, you know, the same functions as a human, right? At least mental functions. You are, aren't you? A person has no heart, no emotion? Who are you kidding? We're human precisely because we have hearts. Ooh, there you go. Look, I'm not just trying to pull your leg here, okay? And I'm telling you this has to be an error. The MRI is still a pretty new technology. Okay, so yeah, they don't know about psychopaths. I haven't studied them anyways. How can we be so sure how accurate this thing is? And this is coming from the mouth of the person who invented it? You of all people should just know how accurate the MRI is. Do you have any idea just how many advances in medical science were made possible these last few years because of your creation? Rune not having any emotions. No, that can't be true. And what's the whole incident when she was a kid? There must have been some kind of mistake. Oh, Rudo, why are you sneaking? Is that all true? Rudo. There we go. Classic intermission thing. A few months after that, Rune was able to mingle with her peers in the academy without incident. Despite all that Albus had said, nothing out of the ordinary took place, and we continued to live peaceful lives. We were still worried about the Yeah, that name, the G incident, but most seem to have already forgotten about it. Ever since that incident, Rune had always been homeschooled, so there were many who didn't even know the Zevits had a daughter. With Rune's sociable behavior, she quickly became a popular student in the academy. She made many friends there. Perhaps because her home tutor had been very strict, it seems that her classes were a little too easy. Our anxieties that were born from Albus's conjecture also ceased, and our peaceful life went on as usual. Until one day, there it is. Oh, please don't be too painful. I came across Rune on our way back from home. On our way back home from the academy, heading deep into the area of the park where most people normally don't enter. And just what could she be doing, going that far in, I wondered. Curiosity getting the better of me, I snuck inside. As I got closer, killing animals, that's very obvious, or torturing animals at least, are very obvious signs of a psychopath. It's kind of interesting because before this, I just finished watching the first season of Mindhunter, which is literally like the very first interviews with psychopath and like getting into their heads and stuff, so pretty read up on this information. What? I was able to hear dying cries of an animal. What animal exactly? I wasn't sure. That's how wretched its last screams were. No, it can't be. I ran towards where Rune was. She's so creepy. Oh, the scissors! Read at the shot. Sir button. I mean, it might be in gallery. Oh, I don't want to do that though. Close enough. The dead bodies are. What the? Oh no, it looks like I've been found. Since when have you been following me? Could you be stalking me, perhaps? What are you doing? Teehee, well, I suppose whether I've been found out or otherwise doesn't really matter. But, you know, when people know, it's just such a pain. Right, Rudo? The tone of her voice suddenly changed. Answer me, Rune. What have you... No, it didn't change. What? It had occurred to me how cunning she was, and that she didn't change it one bit. What are you? Who knows? But seeing as I have no emotions, and I suppose I'm not human at least. Gasp. She knew? That theory was only known between Father, Albus, and myself, so how did she find out? When did she find out? Tee-hee-hee. Here's your reward for finding my secret out. An explanation for my dear oblivious big brother, who cannot seem to grasp the situation. The only time that I feel emotion is when something which had been so full of life meets its demise. When I take away the happiness of anyone. When a person dies. When the years of precious memories and love all crumble away in a single moment. Do you understand? I take pleasure in observing the loss of others. That day, seeing the hideous twitching and spasming, the unsightly way something clings to life so desperately. The very moment something turns into a mere lump of flesh. It truly resonates with the emptiness inside me. The moment I saw Rune's fake smile, I thought to myself with conviction, living beings are truly well-oiled machines. I cannot possibly let this thing grow into maturity. That night I spoke to our parents about Rune, but they didn't take me seriously. I needed some concrete evidence to shatter the illusion she had built up those past 6 years. Please, just get along with her, Rudo. You're her older brother, so look after her. So my mother said. Every single day didn't feel like living. My doubts weren't wrong in the slightest. If I took my eyes off her for just a moment, who knows what she could do? Rune's grown in wisdom. I doubted there would be any more sudden outbursts like with the G incident. Whatever she was going to do next, it was going to be planned and calculated incident. I lived from day to day, constantly preparing myself for the worst. For a while, I started to probe into her actions and routine. I even asked the local peacekeepers. When I asked about any peculiar incidents, I couldn't believe what they told me. Dead animals, that ain't news anymore. These past few years, there have been numerous reports of corpses of small animals spotted, murdered. Because they all involved some kind of bladed implement used to mutilate the bodies, it was clearly a human who was responsible. These disgusting acts continued to increase. I was told to report anything suspicious as soon as possible. I was at a loss as to what to do. Do I turn Rune in? Right now? Without a single shred of proof? Merely claiming to have seen her is paper-thin evidence. No, more than that. When I imagined my mother's face, I couldn't just bring myself to report Rune. I had to stop Rune. I can't allow my mother to experience any more pain or suffering. From that day onward, I had to do something about it. Myself. Oh, that's cool. That's a nice shot. I always like video shots with a white background. Whenever possible, I always kept Rune on a tight leash. Teehee, I've noticed you've been paying extra special attention to me recently, brother. I'm so happy. As each and every day went by hearing Rune's emotionless words, I was more and more convinced. Rune had continued to observe everyone around her, creating a facade in order to gain her freedom and our trust. And that... But you know, I'm getting tired of this. She truly was planning something. Whoa, it was the weird one. Medium, long, small. Does that symbolize something? Several weeks later, my mother had collapsed. The tea my mother drank was discovered to have contained poisonous mana-infused substance called Process One. However, luckily, due to her weak body, her body had rejected the mana before her body had taken in the lethal amounts. She managed to escape with her life, at least for the time being. Upon being informed, the peacekeepers conducted a formal investigation. At the same time, Rune disappeared from the residence. A few days later, it came to light that Rune had snuck into Zevit's Medica drug stock room. She had stolen enough Process One to kill over 10 people. Several days after that, several top executives of companies beyond the Outer Pole with whom Zevitz was to form partnerships with were found dead, poisoned by Process One. The negotiations between the Outer Pole and the Second Sector were immediately cut. The plans for expansion that my father had been working on for 4 years were all scrapped. It was a huge blow to Zevit's companies. The next day, a cargo ship docked at the port nearby and unloaded Rune's corpse. An autopsy was conducted. The results had shown a huge amount of colored mana inside her body. Her cause of death was acute mana shock. Anyone from the Outer Pole who goes beyond its border will die from mana shock. Even a child would know this. Hence it was hard to believe that Rune could have tried to leave of her own intent. Eventually it was declared a cold case. Just what was Rune trying to accomplish? Was her death an accident? It hadn't dawned on me at the time, but I would realize eventually. My mother's spirit finally broke, and she refused to eat anything. Several months later, she passed away due to wasting away. My father could no longer speak right and confined himself in his laboratory. The Zevitz family was ruined. No, it had long been ruined. The very moment that Rune was born into this world. Yes, those 6 years of peace since the G incident were all nothing but a sham. Rune's death was not an accident. It was just like destroying a carefully stacked house of cards in an instant for her. Her suicide was a calculated move in order to deal the greatest possible blow to the Zevitz. There must have been no other reason. In order to destroy, she had destroyed herself. That was Rune in a nutshell. Music cut. Boom. That was a really fast ending. Like, I thought that would Like, it was going at a pretty decent pace, and then it all just came crashing down as soon as possible. And just to give like a more of effect of how bad that incident was. But that was terrible. It feels so bad for the mother. She was such a happy person. The whole family too. And the father, I guess, just stopped speaking, and we know he died eventually. God damn. But like, maybe she didn't commit suicide, because I feel like as a psychopath, suicide isn't a thing they're interested in. I was actually thinking when they said that maybe the people from the Sector 2 killed her as kind of as payback, because she did just murder a bunch of top executives. But I'm sure they'll go through it more. I think I'm gonna end the video. My voice has been kind of weird. Like, it feels alright, but it was kind of raspy at the beginning, so that's an interesting video. I mean, this part, learning about Rune and stuff. So it's confirmed that she's dead, at least. So there's no way the Rune we know is the original Rune, which I thought was obvious, but it's good to clear that up at least. But yeah, thank you for watching. That was interesting. I guess we'll continue on our investigation with the main party. I'm speaking to Elvis. Yeah, he definitely looks older. I don't know why. For some reason, when I saw him in the flashback, I thought he looked exactly the same, which would be silly by them. But no, they did a good job. Does Hertz one look the same? He kind of did. I thought he did. I guess we'll have to see when in that episode if you see him or not. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please come back for the next episode. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.